It's a little cold in North Carolina today, guys. I woke up, had to throw a sweater on today. All right, y'all. The Eagles begin to work out Cordy Glenn. Cordy Glenn's a player that I recommend the Eagles should probably take a look at. I did a little film breakdown on him. Look, I'm going to give you the pros and cons here to the Cordy Glenn situation. It's a player that I greatly like, but there is one little concern here, and the Eagles have to be aware of it. And obviously, they're doing their due diligence because they brought him in for a workout, and I'm pretty sure the medical team is looking at Cordy Glenn. All right, y'all. Let's get it. What's up, Eagles Nation? What's going on, NFL world? How you doing, division rivals? This is Steven Hyder with Gate City Sports Channel, the sports channel where the cerebral NFL fan comes for about 10 minutes of daily content. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever it is you get around and watching us. Once again, guys, my name is Steven Hyder, and this is Gate City Sports Channel. All right, y'all. So, before I forget to do this, all right, y'all, today, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Lord Brunson's channel, myself, Lord Brunson, Philly 500, Philly Mike, Reese, and Joey Shakes will all be kicking it up, talking a little bit about the Eagles. This is something we wanted to bring to you all because, hey, it's exciting to have other content creators, guys you don't normally get a chance to work with, come in and let's get to know each other. Let's talk a little bit and let's bring this community together, guys, because I do think that we have one of the strongest communities on YouTube, period. All right, y'all. So today's topic is about Cordy Glenn. It's no secret, guys. I made a video. I'll link it about Cordy Glenn. I like Cordy Glenn. I'm a Cordy Glenn fan. And I'll give you my reasons why. Number one, I think he is absolutely the most serviceable left tackle you're going to find at this point unless someone big gets released. Number two, outside of Robinson, which if Robinson didn't get busted carrying 150-some pounds of marijuana, I would be much higher on him. To me, this is a really good signing if he's healthy. Here's the situation, guys. He was really good in 2018 in Cincinnati, okay? In 2017 in Buffalo, he did suffer a little bit of ankle and some foot stuff. And by the way, the Eagles were really interested in trading for Cordy Glenn in 2017 when Peters went down. So there's already been interest in this player before. It's not like I just made this up out of thin air, guys. Like I pay attention to things really closely and I track it, and I kind of knew that this might circle back, its way back around. So it's not as insightful as it looks, guys. It's just that I track information. But the other thing is that Cordy Glenn was a very high second-round pick, like the 41st overall pick. Very talented player coming out of UGA. This kid has got a Jason Peters build to him. He's about 340, 330 when it comes game time, guys. He's about 6'5"-ish. He's a physical, guy that can anchor strong. Look, just like Jason Peters, can he get beat with a speed rush? Sure. I mean, any guy that's bigger, stronger, the counter to that is that they might, if they're not really good sound technicians, they could get beat with a speed rush inside, get you going one way and get you on the other side. I mean, obviously that's always going to be a concern. But look, even in his worst year last season, a year where I don't even think he came in and played until like week 12, he was still ranked the 36 out of 80-some freaking, tackles in the game. That's pretty good, guys. Even in a season where things weren't ideal, he was rated that highly because people like him that much. And I'm here to tell you, Cordy Glenn is better than a 30-something tackle. To me, 15 to 20 range is where I would put him. He's good enough to do that. And he's got a lot of upside if things catch fire here. What I'll say about Cordy Glenn is this. The Eagles are probably being cautious about this because Cordy Glenn suffered a concussion back in the preseason of 2019. And it was something severe, guys. As a matter of fact, members of the Bengals office and coaching staff apparently did not agree with bringing back Cordy Glenn. Cordy Glenn himself felt like he was rushed back into action. The team fined him for conduct detrimental to the team, and Cordy Glenn got so angry he told them, "You need to release me." It got to the point where Zach Taylor, I think is their coach. It got to the point to where Cordy Glenn and the head, the coach almost got into like a physical altercation as a result of it. Things are what they are, guys, but obviously that's not ideal. You don't want a situation getting that bad. But if your health is messed up and it's been jeopardized, I get it too. Guys aren't going to be so friendly about that. On the long scheme of things, guys, I'll play that same clip I played earlier where he faced off against Khalil Mack, Khalil Mack's rookie year. It was Cordy Glenn's second year in the league, and you can see what he can do. He's a big, strong guy that can anchor.
Still very physical, and a big hit there as Orton.
We can see right here that Cordy Glenn, stops a bull rush from one of the best pass rushers in the game, and then turns around and stymies his spin move as well. So I'm excited about the potential of Cordy Glenn, no doubt.
2nd and 10, going for the deep ball, and it is caught! Touch!
To me, this is a layup. This makes sense to me. I don't know who else is going to get cut. And the Eagles need bargaining chips. If you're going to try to trade for somebody, you better have a wild card up your sleeve to say, like, look, man, we don't necessarily have to do this. Like, Cordy Glenn's out there. We've already worked him out. We know where he's at with his health. Like, we could just sign Cordy Glenn. So, I mean, you got to keep that stuff in mind, too. This doesn't mean 100% they're going to sign Cordy Glenn, although I think this would be a very smart move. But nonetheless, leverage is everything, especially when you're talking about trades and stuff like that. What do I think about Cordy Glenn, guys? I think this is a guy that could be a left tackle, a right guard, a right tackle. He probably could be a left guard, too. So he can play 4 out of 5 positions. I'm okay with him playing left tackle. If it comes down to Cordy Glenn being your left tackle, I wouldn't lose sleep over it. I think honestly, I think he would have been better than Dillard this season, if I'm going to be real. Not that Dillard's going to be worse than Cordy Glenn in the grand scheme of things, guys. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that this season, Cordy Glenn's your better option. Just like Jason Peters is your better option this season. I'm okay with him being a backup right guard or right tackle. I mean, this guy can legitimately come in and be one of the best 6-men, too. A guy that you can play left guard, right tackle, left tackle. Like, he just solidifies your line. I like the kid a lot. And I'm calling him a kid. I am older than him, but it'd be kind of weird. It'd be like he's like my brother's age, my little brother's age. Like, it'd be like calling my little brother a kid at this point, but whatever. I like Cordy Glenn. I think Cordy Glenn would be a solid signing, guys. Look, I would encourage the Eagles to do it. I would encourage the Eagles to go ahead and sign Cordy Glenn. I think it makes a lot of sense, guys, personally. I think Cordy Glenn would solidify this offensive line. And to be honest with you, I don't want Carson Wentz back there taking shots. Like, I really, really like Matt Pryor a lot. Matt Pryor is a right side of the offense player. He's a right guard in particular, and I think he has the ability to play right tackle if you need him to in a pinch. I would not put him over there at left tackle. I just think that's a mistake. I think Trey Thomas did a good enough job breaking it down and talking about his hand placement and things like that, and just why he's off and why, what he was able to do at right guard. And you kind of look at his technique at left tackle, and you can see. I know the Eagles' argument is that the guy has to have a chance to get reps and get coached up there, but I think it's a little too far along for that to happen. This happened early in camp, and you had the full camp period to basically get him up to speed. Plus the week of practice before the Washington game. I could understand that move, and I could understand that argument, but I kind of have to side with Trey Thomas this particular time on that argument, that I just think the window of time is too short, and you don't want these guys to be learning this in the season. It's just not ideal. Not from week 1, man. I mean, like, come on. It just doesn't make sense. So, me personally, I think Cordy Glenn makes a lot of sense here. I would go sign him. I don't have a say. I don't have a dog in the fight, but I like the player. That's why I predicted the player. I knew the Eagles had interest in this player prior to this, so it wasn't too hard to put these tea leaves together, guys, basically. All right, y'all. That's what I got for y'all today. Don't forget, 4:30 today, we're going to be doing a live stream. We'll be on Brunson's channel, and you know how we end these videos, guys. We do a little E-A-G-L-E-S. All right, y'all. Let's go, Eagles.